Hello again. Welcome to Along the Rock, our podcast that pays homage to the people of the Sauk Valley and the river that runs through it. My name is Mark Morris. I'll be your host, and joining me today is from the Black Hawk Hills Regional Council, Julie Jacobs. Julie, thanks for coming up.
Thanks for having me.
And one of her charges, Luke Hacker from Broad Falls High School, which I guess in this case is considered part of the Western Territory.
Yep.
So, pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you too.
Well, first of all, for those who aren't familiar with the program, what is the CEO is what we'll be talking about, and I'll be asking you about. What exactly is that, and how does it apply to high school students?
It is a business class that is offered through the Whiteside Area Career Center. The students have to apply to get into it, and they can apply their sophomore and junior year, so they could either take the class their junior or senior year. And the student, it's not like your regular classroom. The kids actually go out into the community and learn how to run a business, how to become a leader, and what the community has to offer by listening to our local leaders, our local business owners, share their stories on how they got to where they're at.
So you work with the local business people, not just
Oh, yes.
try to be like them. They actually work with you and try to help you out. So, Luke, what have you learned?
So the first thing I've learned is the connections you can build throughout this community. There's a lot of great leaders in our area, and there's a lot of job opportunities.
Okay. Now, I heard you talking earlier before we started recording about your particular business right now.
Yep.
And I'm assuming that could change in the following year or what have you. But right now you're doing some baking, are you?
I am.
Okay.
So
Tell us about it and tell us how successful you've been.
So my business is Luke's Sweet Rolls, where I'm selling cinnamon rolls from a homemade family recipe that started over 60 years ago. And so far I've got 57 pre-orders. All the people can follow me on Facebook at Luke's Sweet Rolls. And yeah, it's been awesome so far.
When you say a family recipe, do you mean your family?
Yes. My great-grandmother started this recipe over 60 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there something that makes it special in terms of other, I don't want to give away any family secrets or anything, but, is there something that sets it apart from other baked cinnamon rolls?
Love.
Okay.
Good.
Spoken like a true businessman.
Yep.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. Well, how successful? 57 orders, but how does that translate into dollars and cents?
That's around $1,200 so far.
That's a lot of money.
It is.
Now, those are advance orders, right?
Yep.
And on April 23rd and 24th, you and all your cohorts from the Western Territory, which includes Rock Falls and Sterling
And also the East class.
the East Class,
yes.
which I guess is based in Dixon.
Dixon. Mm-hmm.
Pretty much the same organization.
Yes. Yep. We're all coming together to put the trade show together.
Okay. So you'll be actually working at the Northland Mall, doing your thing as not only a maker and a baker. Sorry, I didn't plan that. But also as a salesman.
Mm-hmm.
So what's that going to be like?
It's going to be very interesting. I feel like CEO has developed the speaking skills, which have allowed me to better myself as a salesman.
Okay. Is this your first year in the program?
It is. You can only take it one year.
Okay. Well, do you have any, doubts, I guess is the right word at this point?
Well, my biggest concern is that I'll run out of pans to sell. So that's my biggest worry.
What? I'm sorry, I missed part of that. What was?
My biggest concern is that I'll not have enough pans to sell, so I'll run out of inventory.
Oh, yeah, that could be. That's a pleasant problem, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get you some, but we just sold out. So
yeah,
you're gonna have to wait a little while. So does this happen a lot?
It has happened in the past. There was one year a girl was selling tamales and they sold out the first day. And tamales that's something you just can't whip up in
Oh,
in
yeah.
an evening.
I love tamales.
Yeah,
They're a little complicated to make.
Yeah, so it does happen. So, and that's what we try to teach the kids is that, you gotta, whatever your business is, you gotta make sure that you can, have enough to sell for 2 days, because the trade show, goes on for 2 days.
So the 23rd and the 24th, once again, Northland Mall. What are the hours of the show?
The 23rd, it's 4:30 to 7:30, and the next day, the 24th, would be 4:30 to 6:30. So usually the first day is our big day, and either the kids have to go home and make more product, or
Or
step up their game for selling it the next day.
For some, maybe it's something they got to go home and talk to their teachers or their parents and find out what they could do that's a little better.
Yeah.
What are some of the other kinds of products that the students sell
So
or services?
the students had to do, we call it like a local pitch competition. So all the
Okay.
students came together, both classes, East and West,
That'd be good.
and they did like their elevator pitch on what their business, what they were selling, their business name, and just kind of gave an overview of everything. And there's a variety of stuff. There's food products, like people are making grilled cheese, hot dogs. There's somebody's doing some ice drinks. There's flower bouquets, golf link, so coupons for different golf courses in the area.
Okay.
This cinnamon
Spring coming up.
rolls. Yeah, so it's a variety of different things. Charmed bracelets. So,
Are there some who offer services? For instance, somebody wants to be a masseuse or something like that, or sell insurance?
Yeah, Carter Living Good. He is selling aerial photography for farmers.
Okay, so he's a droner.
Yep.
Yeah, that's become that's being used everywhere now, including a lot of movies and TV shows and whatnot. And I suppose for farmers, it tells them where the crops are doing well and where they could use some more work.
Yeah.
So, does he get lots of interest in that?
I think so. I saw his Facebook page actually this morning, and it looks like he's had a lot of interaction so far.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing to have, and they've come a long way in a short time. The drones. Does he have his own drone?
I assume so.
I suppose you'd have to. You are what year in school?
I'm a senior at Rock Falls.
Okay. So what do you plan to do? And I hate to ask it this way because this seems to be the stereotype question from all potentially new employers. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself working as a financial advisor after just graduating college.
Okay. Illinois State?
Illinois State University. Go Redbirds. And yeah, I hope to get a job down there in Bloomington Normal. So
A lot of insurance down there.
there is.
Yeah, a lot of other things too. It's a nice area. As an advisor or a teacher, if you will, how do you gauge how you're doing?
I give all the credit to the facilitators, which is Lee Hartman and Emily Zimmerman.
Okay.
We have the facilitators, which are the teachers, on both sides, and those ladies are amazing. They work with the students, but they let the students come up with they let them
Our
fail,
own
or
interpretations.
if they come across a problem, they let them figure it out on their own. So I give them a lot of credit for that, and as a board member, just seeing these kids develop and getting more knowledge of their community is what I like to see, because we always are so concerned about our students are raised here, then they go to college and then don't come back home. We'd like to keep these kids here.
Brain drain.
So if we can show them while they're still here what we have here,
Right.
it will entice them to hopefully stay here or come back here.
When I was in school a long, long time ago, we used to have something called, I forgot what it is called. It's a similar program, but I don't think it's as it goes into this as deeply. Maybe you know the program I'm talking about. Should have written it down, I guess. But anyway, this program seems to be goes a little deeper into what you have to be really as a businessman. You have to what you have to do and what you shouldn't do, and you're actually out in the community selling. So anybody who wants to own their own business, no matter what size, has to know what they're doing on many fronts.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's a lot of life skills training that they're getting.
Right.
You know, this stuff is going to help them throughout their entire life. You know, college, career.
are there some kids, or maybe even a lot of kids, who get into this and they're kind of shy to begin with, and they would like to overcome that?
Yeah, actually, that's how I feel like I was. I feel like the first week I wouldn't speak at all, and now I'm doing a podcast right now. I wouldn't have thought that at the start of the year.
And that's by saying, like at orientation at the beginning of the school year, these kids are all like quiet and timid. And then at the end of the year, or like our last event, they're like, get up and speak with like, they're not even nervous. And, you know, how Lucas, when I walked in, he shook my hand, you know.
So by that time, you've got a lot of experience.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let me tell you the dates again. April 23rd and 24th at the Northland Mall. And there will be, I'm assuming you do it all in the, the mall itself area, the public area, as opposed to within a particular store or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So all you have to do is go for a little walk.
Mm-hmm.
And if you see something you like, talk to the young business owners and get out your wallet.
Yep.
Absolutely. Come support these kids.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out. I
Yeah,
appreciate
thanks
it.
for having us.
Thank you, Mark.
And good luck with all
Thank
that.
you.
So, I'd like to thank these folks for coming up again, and I'd like to thank our crew for making this program a reality. And hope you can join us next time and all the times afterwards along the route.